Hello everyone and welcome to this new episode in our Unreal Engine 4 tutorials. This episode was voted for by my patrons and YouTube members, so thank you so much for everyone who's been supporting me over on Patreon and YouTube members, and secondly for voting for this video. So what are we doing today? We are trying to recreate a level select screen similar to what you see in a lot of 3D platformers such as Crash Bandicoot, where you can have a character in the world and you can hit a button and they'll go along to the next sort of level and given the option to go into that level and so forth. So we're going to handle, first of all in this episode, the movement of the character along these paths to the various levels in our little environment we've made here. So let's get started. So what I've done previously before starting the video was built a very much a simple level landscape, nothing special there, and I've also made a mesh for my level pads, and these will be where the player can access levels. So what we need to do is create an actor first of all for these level pads. So I'm going to right click here and click a new blueprint class and choose actor. I'm going to call this one the level pad and go into it. And in here we're going to have a static mesh. And on the right hand side where it's selected, you can choose which mesh you want to use. So I'm going to use my level pad in my case, but you can use whatever you like. You may not want to use anything, it's totally up to you. But ultimately that's what you want there. Hit compile and save and close that. So now you can place these into your world, into the correct locations for where your levels are going to be. And last one. So the way this works is we have a level pad, and attached to that level pad will be some spline actors which will go from one point to another point, and we'll determine which path it's going to use based on the key press the player has put in. So we need to make this spline actor as well. So I'm going to go to add new blueprint class, choose actor, and this will be level path, and open this up. And in here we're going to add a spline, and there it is. And that's all we have to do for this. We can close this and done. So now you want to drag your level path actor out between each of the levels, line them up as best you can to their center, and I'm just going to turn this around and click on your spline points and move them around. Now you want to move them around and orientate them and add more points in based on the curvature of your path. So to add a new point, just hold down Alt and then drag another one out, and there it goes. Now it doesn't matter if it sits onto the ground exactly, as long as it's close enough to it, it'd be totally fine, because we're just going to use its orientation for movement later. So we're going to keep adding points in to get a nice curvature here. And lastly there. So you want to do this for each path, and that goes from each node to each node. So I'm going to do that, and I'll cut that bit out because you don't need to see me doing the same process 5 times. But I'll see you in a second. So you will join me now, just adding the last path in, and I'm just putting it around this corner, just rotating it around to get our path as accurate as possible. Like so. And just keep dragging pins out. There you go. Now I recommend you have a snap turned on for this. So here I've got a snap on my grid here, so that you try and line up the start and end points of each spline point as close as possible. So notice these two end, and this one ends here at the same point as this one starts. That will solve any sort of jitteriness later on that you may find. But you just want to add those in, and now you can see I've got all my path points put in for my level map here. So now we've got that in place, we need to tie these path points to our level pads. Now the level pads are going to allow us to input a single key input, and the character will run between each pad automatically. Okay, we're not going to have to hold down the key or anything like that, it's just going to run. So we need to determine which spline is going to be used for which direction. So on your level pad, we need to make some variables. So on the variables, click on new variable, and this one will be spline underscore left. And we're going to change the variable type for this to be a spline actor, or level path, sorry, level path actor, that's what we called it. And make that just a simple reference there, object reference, and tick instance editable and click compile. So spline left will allow us to assign which splines can be used when we push the left key. So now we're going to do this for the other 3 directions as well. So I'm just going to duplicate this and do spline right. Duplicate again, shortcut is Control W, spline up, and finally spline down, and hit compile and save and close that. So now when I click on a level path here, I'll see here my default section in my details, I can choose which path is used for which direction. So on this one, we're going to have none for all of them apart from spline right. So when I push the right key or right direction on my gamepad or whatever it's going to be, this will make it move along this path here. So I'm going to go to spline right, choose the eyedropper tool, and choose that path. So that now says level path in spline right. Everything else should say none. So we're going to go around to each of these pads here and add them for each one. So this one's got 3 coming out of it. So we've got spline left, which is going to be this one over here. Again, you have to click on the ball icon to really nail it. Then this one's going to have the spline right be this one here. This might be where it gets a bit tricky. You might have to hide a path to see it. No, level pads. Where's level paths? There we go. So hide that one. So spline right is this one here. And then that means spline up is going to be this one here. And we go to this one. This is going to have a spline down. And that one is going to be, let's hide it there. Oh, did I not click the eyedropper tool? Spline down, eyedropper. And then over here, we're going to have this one do spline left, do this one over here. So again, hide it to get the one you want to find. Which is this one. So spline path 3. Click on there, spline left. Okay. And then this one, spline right, is going to be this one here. And that's it. Okay, so now we've got all our level pads set up with their particular spline paths. And all that's left to do is to create the character to move along these spline paths. So join us in the next episode where we go through how to accomplish that using a new custom type of character. You can watch that next part right now over on patreon.com/Ryan Daly. And big shout out and thank you to all my patrons for their continued support in me and the channel. If you're watching this and you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you want to be notified of all future releases, click the little bell icon and you'll get notified when I release a new video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys.